Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Still 22 only.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. Why so less?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So we were discussing about the lever. So principle of lever we have done, that is it is based on principle of moment, according to which the moment of load and moment of effort are equal. So one, that is load, if it is producing anti-clockwise, then effort must produce clockwise moment. So today we discuss the classification of lever. So this lever can be classified into three types that we call first class or first order. Second class or second order. So in first class, what will be the fulcrum lies between effort and load. So fulcrum is lying between effort and load. In second order, what will be this load lies between effort and fulcrum. And here, effort lies between load and fulcrum. So in this case, fulcrum lies. That is, F is lying between this. Here, load is lying between this and this. So we give the symbol L. And here, effort is lying between load and fulcrum. So it is the word we learned, P. So this represents F means fulcrum lies between, load lies between dash and dash. What is the remaining? Effort lies between dash and dash. What are the remaining one? So in first order, fulcrum lies between, load lies between, and effort lies between. Dash and dash. Whereas this one, load lies between dash and dash. So what are the remaining thing? This one, effort lies. So this word signifies like this. So only we will learn this word, please, to recall what happens in first order, what happens in second order, or what happens in third order. So only we will recall this word. Now we shall discuss each class one by one. So first is lever of first order. So symbolic diagram of lever is, we will represent like this. If you this is fulcrum. Here one side, suppose this is load. As this load is producing anti-clockwise movements, naturally you have to represent effort in such a way that it can produce clockwise movements. So we will represent effort upward or downward. Effort.
Upward.
We represent this way.
Downward.
Yes.
No, sir. Upward.
Volume is coming very less. So we can't represent. Otherwise, what will be? This effort will also produce anti-clockwise movement. So you will have to represent effort by this way. So this is producing anti-clockwise movements. This effort will produce clockwise movement. So in this case, what will be? If this is A, this is B, then what will be happening? This L into FA will be equal to E into FB. FA means load arm, FB means effort arm. So load into load arm will be equal to effort into effort arm. So whatever the numerical related to lever will be, it is based on this formula only. Only one formula in the lever. That is load into load arm equal to effort into effort arm. No other formula in the lever is coming. Now, in case of first order lever, so as we know this L over E will be how much? FB over FA. That is effort arm by load arm. Now, position of fulcrum may be somewhere here, position of fulcrum may be somewhere here, or position of fulcrum may be here. So depending on the position of fulcrum, this effort arm may be larger than load arm, or may be equal, or may be less. And accordingly, this load by effort means mechanical advantage. So mechanical advantage may be more than 1, may be equal to 1, or may be less than 1. So here, in case of first order lever, all three possibilities are there. Its mechanical advantage may be less than 1, may be more than 1, or may be equal to 1. So three different situations may be in case of first order lever. If fulcrum lies closer to load, and the figure is given here. So fulcrum is very close to the load. Here is suppose load, and fulcrum is here, effort is here. What will be? This FB will be more than FA. That is, effort arm will be more than load arm. So in this case, effort arm will be more than load arm. That is, this will be longer than this. Therefore, this VR or MA, which is effort arm by load arm, will be more than 1. No? From here, this one. So effort arm by load arm will be more than 1. So VR, which is also equal to MA, which is also equal to this, will be more than 1. So if effort arm is longer than load arm, MA will be more than 1, means load will be more than effort. So this lever we call force multiplier. Here this load will be more than effort. So lever of first order can behave as force multiplier. For that, what should be condition? What should be the condition? This fulcrum must be closer to load. Like suppose this one. Again, we are showing the same plier. So for this we call pair of plier. Here two rods are there. One is this one. This is one rod, which is bent in this form. This is other rod, which is bent in this form. So sometimes we call pair of seizure, pair of this one. So here two levers are there, not only one. So in this case, what is happening? Effort arm is from here to here, where you are applying the force. From this place to this place, that is the effort arm. Whereas, whatever things you are keeping here, like this, we are nut, we are whatever it is. So this is the load arm. Load arm very small, from here to here. Whereas effort arm from here to here. So this plier, which is a lever of first order, can multiply force, or it is used to multiply force. For that purpose only, its load arm is kept shorter, effort arm is kept longer. Now, other situation may be fulcrum may lie closer to effort. So if fulcrum is lying very close to effort, so if fulcrum lies closer to effort, so now fulcrum is here, closer to effort. This load arm is longer, effort arm is shorter. So this FB is less than FA. That is, effort arm is less than load arm. So it will be less than 1. So this velocity ratio or mechanical advantage, and lever is always treated an ideal machine. So its velocity ratio and mechanical advantage will always be same. Because we have assumed the bar is very light, means in comparison to the load, its weight must be very small. Whatever resistive force we are overcoming, in comparison to that, the weight of the bar is very less. That's why we neglect that. So this VR or MA will be less than 1. So if VR is less than 1, then what will be the gain in speed? So gain in speed will be more than 1. So this situation, when mechanical advantage velocity ratio is less than 1, this particular case is used to multiply speed. What is the meaning of this multiply speed? Means distance moved by load will be more than distance moved by effort. Now where it is used, okay, I will let just wait.
Sir.
So this situation is, suppose in this case, pair of seizure we call. Here also again, two lever are there. So here is the fulcrum. This is load arm. This is effort arm. So here we are applying force here, this place. So effort from here to here, this is effort arm, whereas load from here to here. So when you are moving your finger very small distance, their distance covered will be more. See, when this one will be in contact, this is the distance moved. By that time, load will move from here to here. So in this case, distance moved by load is much more than distance moved by effort. So what will be here? When we are moving the finger by small distance, the larger part of the cloth can be cut. So suppose here we are cutting the paper, we are placing like this. Then when we move the finger by 1 centimeter, then from here to here the paper is cut. This distance of paper is cut. So we have moved the finger 1 centimeter, but here more than 5 centimeter paper is cut. So that is the purpose. So when fulcrum is very close to the effort, velocity ratio will be less than 1, mechanical advantage less than 1. That is, this type of lever is not used to multiply force. Here we can easily tear the paper with hand. So with no purpose is not to multiply force. In case of this one plier, the purpose is to open the nut, which we can't open by our finger. So our purpose in this case is to multiply force. So when we apply small force, we will overcome larger effort. Larger load, larger resistive force. So this frequently it is asked. Similarly, in case of metal cutter also, metal cutter has got the same similar shape. Here only scissor type plate is there, and which is very sharp. So when we press it, this part of the metal will be cut. Sheet of the metal will be cut. So this metal cutter and scissor both belong to lever of first order. But the difference, what is that? Here load arm is very small and here load arm is very large, because our purpose is different. In case of metal cutter, we have to multiply force, then only metal sheet will be cut. So in order to multiply force, the load arm is kept shorter. Whereas here the purpose is, by moving our finger small distance, larger part of the cloth should be cut. So here we are gaining the speed or multiplying the distance. That is, the purpose is gaining in speed. So this is the second situation. The third situation may be fulcrum is lying exactly in between. So if fulcrum lies equidistant from load and effort, so in this case, what will be effort on this FB will be equal to load on So in this case, what will be this MA or this VR is 1. So is this lever used to multiply force?
No, sir.
Why response is not coming?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir. Seesaw.
Yes, is this lever used to multiply force?
No,
No,
sir.
No, sir.
Or response is coming?
To play seesaw.
So is this used to gain speed?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. So it is neither used to multiply force nor used to gain speed. So here gain in speed is also work. So whatever distance will be moved by the load arm, same distance will be moved by the effort also. So it is neither used to multiply force nor to multiply speed. Then for what purpose?
Change in direction.
Change in the direction of effort. Yes. So it is neither used to multiply force nor speed. It is used to change in the direction of effort. So example is physical balance. In case of physical balance, the fulcrum is in the middle. One side we are putting something, other side we are putting the another load just to measure. So this load and effort both will be equal, then the beam will be in horizontal position. So physical balance is the lever of first order. So if single pulley is treated as lever, in case of pulley also it is. So here one side is the bucket and one side we are applying effort. So this is effort, this is load, and here is the fulcrum. So this distance and this distance both are equal. So if single fixed pulley is treated as lever, if you are treating, it is not lever, but sometimes it is asked, if single fixed pulley is treated as lever, then which class it will come? So it will be of first order and of this situation only. Here also effort and load will be equal. So this is used to multiply, to change the direction of effort. That is, we are applying force in downward direction, but in the load it is acting in upward direction. So we are changing the direction. So lever of first order can do all the work. Main purpose of the work of the machine is it can multiply force, it can multiply speed, it can change the direction of effort. So all three main purpose is fulfilled by lever of first order. So lever of first order can be used to multiply force, multiply speed, direction of effort. But if it is asked, name the lever which is used to multiply force, you should not give the answer lever of first order, because lever of first order can do so many things. Okay, that we'll discuss afterwards also. So this is first order lever. Now second order. So as we have already discussed, in second order what will be? Load will lie between
Effort and
fulcrum and effort. So in case of second order lever, fulcrum will be one side, effort will be one side, and load will be anywhere between this and this. You can assume anywhere. So should we represent load by this way? Should we represent load by this way? Yes, anyone?
No, sir.
Yes.
What, sir?
No, sir.
Is the direction of effort and load correct here in the figure?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
What should be?
Effort will be above, sir.
Okay,
Upward
so
direction.
here what is happening? Both are producing clockwise moment.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So one should be clockwise, other should be anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise.
If effort is downward, then load will be upward. If
Or-
load is downward, then effort will be upward.
Upward.
So you are free, you can take, okay, this is the direction, then load is this one. No problem. Or if load you are representing downward, then effort will be upward. So suppose this is A, this is B. Now what is effort arm? FB. Load arm? FA. Now whether load is here, anywhere, what will be? Effort arm will always be more than load arm. So in case of second order lever, no other possibility, only one possibility is there. In first order, different possibilities are there. Fulcrum may be closer to load, fulcrum may be closer to effort, fulcrum may be equidistant. Then three different type of working is there. But here, no other possibility. So in lever of second order, effort are FB will always be larger than load on FB. So therefore, what will be? It's MA or VR is always more than 1. And hence, lever of second order is used to multiply force. There is no other purpose of second order lever. It is used only to multiply force, no other purpose. Whereas first order lever has got different purpose. Sometimes it is used to multiply force, sometimes it is used to multiply speed, sometimes it is used to change the direction of effort. But lever of second order has got only one purpose, that is to multiply force. So second order lever is a force multiplier. So what are the examples? Nutcracker. In case of nutcracker, what will be? Load is placed here, fulcrum one side, effort other
ये
side.
आज को नट क्रैकर बोलते हैं क्या?
Yes. Nutcracker, we call mango cutter. So many examples are given in the book, so you have to learn the examples. Now, how will increase the velocity ratio or mechanical advantage of this? In order to increase its MA or VR, what should be? The load must be placed closer to fulcrum. Here if it is placed, what will be? Naturally, this is fixed, but load arm will be shorter. So these are the two ways. Either by increasing the length of the lever, that is nutcracker of 10 centimeter or nutcracker of 25 centimeter, both will have different mechanical advantage. So if we can't change the length of the nutcracker, naturally what will be? This nut must be placed closer to the fulcrum. So in a nutcracker, if you are placing the nut closer to fulcrum, by smaller effort, you can cut the nut. So this is second order. Now third order, So in this case, effort will be here, whereas load will be displayed. Okay, if you are giving the same symbol, same name, then it will be FA and here will be FB. So in lever of third order, effort or will always smaller than load arm. So here load arm is longer here, effort arm is always shorter. So its mechanical advantage is always less than 1. And gain in speed more than 1. So lever of third order is used to gain speed. That is to move the load by longer distance. In comparison to distance moved by effort.
Sir, now the video will automatically cut off.
What happened? Its MA or VR is always less than 1. And gain in speed more than 1. And hence lever of third order is used to gain speed. So third order is always used to gain speed. What is the meaning of gain speed? That is to move distance moved by effort. So distance moved by load will always be larger than distance moved by effort. Example is all types of tongue. Like fire tongue, or in the parties they are using this, they are lifting the sweets by tongue or puri by tongue to give you. So all type of tongues, whatever they are, sugar tongue, fire tongue, all are third order lever only. Hair plucker, bread knife, so many others are given in the book. Hair plucker means the girls are using to, for this eyebrow or this one, they are plucking the hairs. So that is third order lever. Bread knife, that is if knife is used to cut like this, we are placing here, we are not moving this part of the knife, and you are cutting vegetable also by this way, that is the third order. But if you are cutting this way, that is different. In that case, load is coming here, fulcrum is here, effort is here. So that will become different. Okay. So these are the different types of lever. So first order can do many things on all the three possibilities. That is, it can multiply force, it can multiply speed, it can change the direction of effort. Second order can do only one thing, that is to multiply force. Third order can be used to multiply speed. Now, if you are asked, name the lever. Simple questions are sometimes it is asked. Name the lever used to multiply force. What will be the answer?
Second class lever.
Second class. If you are writing first class, this example, then it is wrong. Because you have to give the particular lever which is always used to multiply force. So answer will be second class lever. Now sometimes we ask, name a